And he hasn't. His motto is, no one would ever want to stay in a house that I helped build. And he's probably right, because he's not real, you know, you don't want to put something like this in his hands and be anywhere near him. Those are my tools of choice. But you know, those are tools that we have in our hands. Those are the tools that we can use. Those are the tools that you can see. But all of us have other tools that we can't see. Some tools we have that we can see. I happened to get a real cool money clip from Vern a while ago. I can't find. I think someone's been in my tool belt. He gave me this bunny clip. It has a fly and a hammer on it. You know, it's not unusual for all of us to have one of these as our tool. You know, it may be only a $1, but you know how fast that adds up. You know, they have that thing that for Haiti where you can call that number 90999 and $10 is added to your phone bill if you call on your cell phone. And $10 you don't think is much. And they, I don't know how many millions of dollars they have raised for that 90999 just because people want to give. And then sometimes you may have, you know, someone who can give a little bit more, like a 20. Well, that's, you know, double what they're asking you to do for the Red Cross. That turned into millions. You know, all of us can do something. And then, like, I figure most of you in here, if you're not already given, you might give something like this, which is a check that you can write out with lots of zeros. I think many of you do that. Some of you in here have a talent of time that you give. You may not be able to go out and use a stiletto and hammer for a week. I can't do it anymore, but I try. But you have time that you give. You might answer the phone for somebody in the Habitat office. You might give your time putting together an event like this. You might give, you know, some other talent that you might not know that you really have a talent for. All of us have tools like this. And then all of us have tools, what I call tools of the heart. The ones that lift the Titanics up off of people. I hear they're really going to try to do that in the next few years. But a Titanic, for a lot of people in this area, in Lee County, may be something like a warm bed to sleep in. It may be just to have a house that they know their family can be safe, where they could actually lock the door. Something that they can take pride in, something they can say, this is mine. I helped build it with my hands. I'm paying for it now. I love it. I feel safe here. I feel secure here. That's what the talents and the tools of the heart will do for everybody in Lee County if we let them. It's just our choice. All of it's a choice. We can choose to be miserable and not help anybody, or we can choose to help somebody. We can use tools like this, or we can use those tools of the heart. All of us can do something. And my challenge for you today is to do something. You don't have to have a tool belt with flowers on it. I don't use this tool belt when I go out. It's my tool belt I use for speeches. But a friend of mine gave me this tool belt. And it was a First Lady of Ohio, Hope Taft. And on the back of it she wrote the coolest thing, which I'm going to close with. And it simply says this, sorry, it's that big old bio curve. It says, we are labored together with God. You are God's field, God's building. According to the grace of God given to me, is a skilled master builder. I laid a foundation and someone else is building on it. And that's found in 1 Corinthians 3, 9 and 10. See, all of us can do something. We may not see the whole completion of the house, but we might put the foundation down. Someone else behind us may come and build the house. Somebody else may pay for it. Somebody else may pray for it. But all of us can do something. I always like music, and I really like music to say something to me. I like, you know, music that doesn't have words, but I really like music that has words. And it's got to be words I can understand. And one of my songs that I really like is, it says simply, "May all who come behind us find us faithful." That just to me sums up what we should be doing as humans on this earth, is taking care of it, taking care of each other. And when we leave it, those that come behind us found us faithful with all our resources, whether it be the environment, whether it be our money, whether it be our friendship, whether it be our charitable organizations, whatever we were doing, were we faithful in doing it? So let that be the prayer of your heart tonight when you leave and you continue with your work here in Lee County. Are we faithful with what we have? Are those that come behind us going to find us that way? And whose Titanic are we lifting today? God bless you and thank you.
At this time, I'd like to introduce you to some very special guests with us tonight. Reggie and Shonda Cook and their 5 daughters. Will you join me on stage? Today, as partner families, Reggie and Shonda have a new home in Lehigh Acres. But the road to getting there included heartbreak and hard work. Tonight, the family will share their story with us.
First of all, we would like to thank Habitat for inviting our family to such a wonderful event. Before having a Habitat home, my family and I were renting a home that went into foreclosure. We then decided that we no longer wanted to rent, and we wanted a reliable and dependable home to raise our children. We then applied for a Habitat home, and we were approved. We completed our sweat hours, and most important, we completed our homeowner classes, which taught us a lot about becoming first-time homeowners. The classes also helped us to better budget our finances, help with credit issues, and how to conserve and save. Our blessings came soon after. We were first-time homeowners. With the help of the Lord, Habitat blessed our family greatly. Our home is truly a dream come true. We would like to thank everyone that helps make Habitat a home where the heart is. Thank you.
And you can read more about the Cook story in your annual report sitting on the tables this evening. At this time, I would like to introduce you to Sharon Thompson, Habitat's treasurer on the board and leading shareholder with Hughes, Snell and Company.